You did everything right. Packed your bags, reached the airport on time, and stood in the security line like everyone else. But suddenly, you're pulled aside. A TSA agent points at something in your bag, and just like that, you're told you can't board. Worse, you're hit with a $500 fine. TSA has quietly rolled out some serious rule changes for 2025, and most people have no idea. These aren't minor updates. Some of them can cost you your money, your flight, or even both. In this video, I'll walk you through 12 new TSA rules that every traveler needs to know before flying this year. And trust me, one of the rules, especially the third one I'll share, will leave you stunned. So stay till the end because missing even one of these could ruin your entire trip. 12. Late airport check-in could get you denied at the gate. Most travelers think, if I have my boarding pass, I'm good. Not anymore. Some US airports have quietly started enforcing a strict check-in deadline. You must check in and pass through security at least 45 minutes before your flight departs. If you're even a minute late, you could be blocked at the gate, even if your flight hasn't started boarding yet. TSA officers are now working more closely with airlines to monitor late arrivals. And if your name's flagged for being too close to cutoff time, you may be left behind with no refund. No exceptions, no sympathy. That's the new reality. This rule is catching a lot of people off guard, especially those used to arriving just in time and rushing through security. In 2025, cutting it close could cost you your entire trip. 11. Reusing or tampering with bag tags could trigger fines. Here's something most travelers never think twice about, but should. If you've ever left an old airline tag on your luggage or written over an old label, you might be unknowingly breaking TSA protocol. In 2025, tampered, reused, or unclear bag tags are now flagged as a potential security risk. Security officers are under new instruction to stop bags with faded, scribbled on, or overlapping tags. In many cases, the passenger is forced to recheck the bag, or worse, pay a fine for suspected tag tampering. This rule might sound small, but the consequences aren't. One wrongly marked bag could delay your journey or make you miss your flight altogether. So always remove your old bag tags before heading to the airport. 10. Refusing AI facial scanning could delay you or make you miss your flight. If you thought skipping the TSA facial scan was just a personal choice, think again. In 2025, more US airports are using AI-powered facial recognition systems at security checkpoints. It's fast, accurate, and meant to reduce long lines. But here's the catch. If you refuse the scan, you're sent to a separate manual screening process. That reroute often means longer wait times, invasive questioning, and in some cases, passengers missing their boarding window entirely. While the scan is technically optional, refusing it now comes with a cost. And if you're running on a tight schedule, you may not make it through in time. Whether you're comfortable with facial recognition or not, this rule is already in play, and skipping it could mean missing your flight. 9. Sharp jewelry and unusual metal accessories are getting flagged. This one's sneaky, and it's catching travelers off guard, especially those who fly often. TSA officers in 2025 are now giving extra scrutiny to metallic accessories that look even slightly threatening. That means things like spiked rings, pointed bracelets, heavy metal cuffs, or jagged necklace pendants. These items don't have to be weapons. They just have to look sharp or bulky enough to raise concern. What happens if you wear them? You'll likely be flagged for a secondary pat-down, delayed, and possibly asked to remove the item permanently. Yes, even if it's expensive jewelry. One traveler shared how their designer ring was held by TSA because the edges were too pointed. No refund, no negotiation. It's a new gray area, and the agents have more power now to act on potential threats. So before heading to the airport, double-check your accessories. That edgy fashion statement could cost you time or your valuables. These last few rules might seem avoidable if you're careful, but the next group, they're so subtle, even frequent flyers are falling into the trap without realizing it. 8. Water bottles near tech could get your bag flagged. Here's something most travelers do without thinking. Toss a water bottle into their backpack next to a laptop or power bank.
In 2025, that combo might just get your bag pulled for extra screening. TSA's advanced scanners now interpret certain liquid placements, especially next to electronics, as potential explosive threats. It's not the water itself, it's the placement. So if you keep a half-filled bottle near your laptop, tablet, or a chunky power bank, the system might trigger a red alert. One traveler said their bag was open just because a water bottle rolled next to their hard drive mid-flight. And the worst part? You won't even know what triggered it. To stay safe, keep any liquids far from your tech, or better yet, don't bring them at all until after the security check.
7. Not declaring multiple electronics could delay you. This rule's new, and very few people know it's even a thing. If you're carrying more than 2 personal electronic devices, like phones, tablets, or laptops, TSA now expects you to declare them. Why? Because smuggling rings have started using tech gear to hide illegal items or tamper with software. So, flying with multiple unchecked gadgets can now be seen as a red flag. You won't get arrested, but you could get pulled aside, questioned, and searched thoroughly. Whether you're a digital nomad or just someone carrying an extra phone for work, let the officers know. It saves time and stress. These may sound like tech-related slip-ups, but the next few rules go even deeper, and one of them could get you fined right on the spot. Let's keep going. 6. New liquid rules are confusing and risky. You've probably heard the news. TSA is starting to roll out 3D scanners, just like they've done in parts of Europe. These scanners can analyze liquids in more detail, so some airports have begun relaxing the old 100 milliliter liquid rule. But here's the catch. Not all airports are on the same page. One airport may allow full-sized shampoo bottles, while the next one over might confiscate anything over 100 milliliters without warning. A traveler recently shared that they brought a 200 milliliter face wash through JFK with no problem, but had it trashed at LAX 2 days later. Same country, different rules. Until the system is unified nationwide, play it safe. Stick to travel-sized liquids, especially on international routes. 5. Walking into TSA pre-check without it? That's a fine now. This one's catching a lot of people, especially those in a rush. If you think you can slip into the TSA pre-check lane without actually being enrolled, think again. New surveillance cameras and boarding pass scanners are now detecting unauthorized access. And in 2025, that can mean an instant fine of up to $500. Even if the lane looks empty or someone waves you through, you're still liable. And yes, people are getting charged. Not warned, charged. So double check your boarding pass. If it doesn't say TSA pre-check, don't take the shortcut, or it might cost more than your ticket. Now let's get into the top 4 rules, the ones almost no one expects. And yes, one of them might hit your wallet hard right there at the gate. 4. Smart bags might be grounded. If you use a smart bag, one with built-in charging ports or power banks, listen carefully. TSA now requires that all smart bags must have removable batteries. Why? Because fixed lithium-ion batteries are a fire risk, especially in the cargo hold. And if your bag doesn't allow you to take the battery out, even if it's powered off, it won't be allowed on the plane, not in carry-on, and not even in checked luggage. People have been stopped right at the gate, asked to remove their items and leave the bag behind or miss the flight. So if you're buying a new travel bag in 2025, make sure it's compliant or you might lose it before takeoff.
3. Low battery? That could get your device flagged. Here's a new one, and it's catching even tech-savvy travelers off guard. Phones and laptops with batteries below 30% are starting to raise red flags. Why? Because low-charge lithium batteries are more prone to thermal runaway, which can cause overheating or fires on board. TSA agents are now being told to flag devices that appear hot, damaged, or severely undercharged. And if your device can't be powered on for screening, it might be denied entry altogether. One passenger shared how their tablet was removed from their bag after it wouldn't boot up, and they were told to claim it later at security. So charge your devices before heading to the airport, because in 2025, even your battery percentage can ground your trip. We're down to the final 2, and trust me, one of them has caused people to be kicked off planes before takeoff.
2. Powders like protein or baby formula limit 350 milliliters. This one's surprising and affecting travelers who thought they were being careful. TSA has started applying strict rules on powders, just like liquids. Whether it's protein powder, baby formula, coffee grounds, or even makeup, if it's in powdered form and over 350 milliliters, about 12 ounces, it's subject to extra screening. You now need to remove it from your bag and declare it at security. If the agents can't clearly identify what it is, they'll either open it, test it chemically, or worst case, toss it. And don't assume baby formula gets a free pass. It still has to follow the same visibility and declaration rules. This is one of those changes most passengers have never heard about until it's too late. 1. Wet wipes are now triggering liquid alarms. And finally, the one rule that's confusing almost everyone. Wet wipes, yes, the sealed, travel-friendly kind, are now being flagged as liquids in some TSA scanning systems. Why? Because the new 3D scanners are trained to detect moisture density, and large packs of wipes can show up as suspicious blobs similar to gels or liquids. TSA agents have been pulling out packs of disinfectant wipes, makeup removers, and even baby wipes, asking passengers to explain or remove them. It's not a ban, but it's a delay you don't want to deal with, especially when running late. So keep wipes in a clear, separate pouch and expect a few questions if your pack is bulky. So there you have it, 12 new TSA rules in 2025 that could cost you time, money, or even your flight. These aren't rumors, they're real policies that have already caused missed flights, surprise fines, and a whole lot of stress. So the next time you're packing your bags, whether it's a weekend getaway or an international trip, think twice. Because sometimes that $3 item you didn't think mattered could end up costing you $500 or your entire flight. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like this video, share it with someone who's flying soon, and subscribe so you don't get blindsided by travel changes ever again. I want to hear from you. Which of these 12 rules surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. And here's something fun. In the next video, I'm revealing 10 bizarre things TSA actually allows. Stuff you'd never expect to get through security, but totally can. Got a topic you want me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. Your idea might be the next upload. See you there.